Hello there, and welcome back to Building the Boys. We now have issue 74 of Hachette's Build a Dizzy Doll's House. Loads to do in this one, loads. So we don't get traditional pretty bits where it's kind of like, here's your pretty bits. We got to build them. So we do get two pretty bits in this one. We get a dresser, which looks like it's going to be a bit of a grind to put together, if I'm honest with you. And we get a mirror as well, which we have to attach the actual mirror panel to. However, mine came like this. So I'm going to have to try and I was going to say I'm going to try and get that out. No, I'm not. It's just fallen out. So yeah, I don't know if yours came like that, but this will fall out because there is a protective cover over that we need to take off. So we're going to get these parts built, and then we've got loads to do because we're building a bunch of windows for Ariel's bathroom, we're building a window for the Aristocat's room, and we're installing our first door to the second floor. So a lot to do on the main house, but it's going to look awesome when it's done. And we love it when we actually have an impact, and I don't think we've had that this month. I mean, the windows were nice going into the keep calling it Disneyland, the Wonderland dining room. The windows were nice going in there, and it's nice that downstairs is now kind of done. But I want more impact, and I think this issue is gonna do that. So let's get into it. Okay, so firstly, the mirror for Peter Pan's room. Now, again, I'm going to advise you to do something. You don't have to listen to me, but I think this will make life a little bit easier. So take down the covering a little, not loads. And he says, I can't even get it moving a little. Don't know what that's about. Christ, that ain't coming with that fight. Okay, so we're going to start with Peter Pan's mirror. Now, my advice is take down this section a little bit, fold it. Right, don't take it off completely yet. I'll explain why in a moment. Now we're going to glue this into the frame. So rather than glue the back of the mirror, we're going to glue the frame itself. So what we're going to do is take in super glue. Don't need loads. Just some little drops there, drop there, drop there, and a drop there. That will hold it in place. So we've got those 4 little drops there. That will hold this nicely in place. Now, I'm going to pop this into there like so. This is why I said don't take all that off, because now I'm pushing down on it and I'm not putting dirty fingerprints all over it. Now that's there, I can go, voila. There we go. And we have the mirror. You can see my face there. So I'm looking at the mirror, but there we go. So no fingerprints on the mirror. See, that's why I said do that. So don't peel this off, peel off a little bit, press down your mirror so it holds in, whip that off. So that is that one done. The next thing we're moving on to is the dresser. Now the dresser is pretty much built. What it needs is all these little handles. Now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 handles to put onto this. Wowzers. Right, and here are our little handles. Now these are minuscule, and they've given us 12. So we've got 12 handles, which means we can afford to ping 2 of these off into the carpet and never see them again. But any more than that, we've got a problem. So using my sprue cutter here, I'm just going to nip these off, and hopefully we don't lose any, because I'll be bloody annoyed if we do. And let's see what we're dealing with. Wow, that is small. Jeebus. Right, I'm going to need my modelling goggles for this one. We're going to glue these in. Okay, so here we have our first one. My God, that's small. Glued. I'm going to pop that into the first hole if I can see. My old eyes are not going to let me do this for you, I don't think. There we go. No, it isn't. Oh dear. There we go. Right, so that's one in. That's how we're going to do these. I've got to do 10 more. My ancient eyes are not going to let me do this from a distance. I'm just going to get these in, but that's how you're going to do it, slowly, so you don't lose any of these. Ping them off, a little bit glue on the end, drop them in. They fit quite nicely, and that's what we're going to do. So let me just get this done. And that's it done. That was brutal. Didn't enjoy doing that at all in the slightest, but it's done. It looks good. I'm happy. Let's move on to the main build. Okay, so we're going to start with the sash window. Similar to what we did last time, starting with this piece here, which has got the holes in it. We are going to take our glass, which are these, and we're going to remove the film from both sides. There we go. So there's the film off that one side. And there's the film off side too. And that glass is just going to sit in there like so. The next thing we're going to do is we are going to take our part with the clips, the half sash window, half sash B. That's the part here with these little dots on them there. And we're going to fold this one into this one to hold that window in place. So that's how that's going to go, like so. We're going to glue that in. Just by putting a little tab on, a little dash of glue on each of the tabs. And that's what we're going to do with that one. And then we are going to build the frame to put these in. So I'm going to get these two built, and then we'll move on to the frame. Okay, so that's both the sash windows done. Move those over to there. Next, we're going to build our frame. So those are our two frame pieces there. I'm missing frame pieces. Let me find those frame pieces. Yep, I'm missing frame pieces. I found them, they were hidden behind the alcove piece. So, same as before, what we did downstairs. So this is going to be the outside here. This is going to be the inner, because that's where it's got the charm for our windows. So these pins that are on here are going to be facing the internal. So what we're going to do is take this window frame here, and this piece is going to clip onto there like so, but we're going to glue that. And we do the same over this side there. So that is how we are going to look after we've glued it. So I'll get mine glued, and then we'll start installing these windows. Okay, so that frame's built. I'm going to flip this one over, and we're going to take one window here. I'm going to slide it all the way along. Whoop. And all the way to the top. There we go. So that's where that one's going to go. And now we're going to glue our bottom piece this way up to the bottom section here. And then that one is done for now. Okay, so now that one's complete. We need this piece as well, and we're going to install this to Ariel's bathroom pretty much the same way we did with the downstairs windows, where this one's going to go in there, and we're going to pin it all together to bring the house up and get that done. Okay, so this is the window we're working on, and this is where we're going in. So this is a lot easier than it was downstairs, because we've not got to contend with a bloody ceiling being in. We're doing this before that happens. And mine is mad snug, but it will go, because I will make it go. So this is, wow, this really is tight. This is really tight. Yeah, mine ain't playing ball. Come on, you're gonna go in. Christ, that is really, really, really tight. Let's see what's going on here. Just really, 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 really snug. So my window is tight in there, you see. That's it's a concern, but it's in. I think I don't know. I could have sanded that, I suppose, to get it in, but it's in now. That's all that matters. Now what we're going to do is we are going to put a little drop of glue on these tabs here. But before we do that, we have one more window to pop in place. And that window is going to go right in here. So there's this window here. That's going to go in there like so. And then we're going to glue this. I'm going to pop this over those tabs like so. And that's going to hold in place. So let's get that done. Okay, so that's glued up. Let's get this frame popped on there. So we can line this up as best as we can. There we go. Get all those pins in. Once you kind of find the sweet spot, you've got it, but it's finding that bloody sweet spot, unfortunately. There we go. Whoop. There it is. There it is. As I said, you hit that sweet spot, it all just sinks in. You feel it all combined together. Just lovely stuff. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. And we're in. So our windows are in place. Happy with that one. That is in. I'm happy. That's good. It is snug. It's really snug. But my window opens. Will it stay open? No. That's okay though. That will stay closed. I don't know what is going on with this. It's almost as if it's lopsided. It's a very strange, I don't know, there's a weird thing about it. But it's in, I'm happy. So, if you have that same problem with the window dropper, make sure yours is in. Mine was slightly lopsided. Now my window is, I say it's staying up. It was. These are a bit wobbly, these windows. I don't know what's going on with this, because I've got a weird, I don't know, I've got a very weird shape to mine. So it's almost, I don't know, it's like the wooden frame isn't enough. It's like it's too tight, so it's caused some warping, but I'm okay with it, you know, it looks fine, I'm happy with it. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm good, I'm happy with it. Let's move on to the windows. Okay, so now we've done that, we are moving on to these windows. So we're going to take these apart. Now these are a lot simpler because there is only one set of glue required for this. These are windows that don't open. But one of these is going to go into the other window in Ariel's bathroom. So this is one next to where the toilet will be. Now I thought they would have gone for a frosted glass for this, but apparently not. So everyone can see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I genuinely thought they would have gone for like a frosted glass pattern or something, but no, just clear. You see straight through to the toilet, which will be interesting. So that one's going to go in there like that. That's it. So we're going to fit this into Ariel's bathroom. We're going to take this one here and we're going to glue it, and that's going to lock in place. And that's all we've got to do. Before you do that, you might as well, before you bring the house up, you might as well do the second one for the Aristocats room, because it's exactly the same process. So I'm going to pull this film off of this window. It's just easier something than this heat. This cling is really clinging. So it's not the easiest to get off. Right, so that's one side of it off. Let's see if we can get the other. There we go. So that one's going to go in there. So we've got the one ready for the Aristocats room and one ready for Ariel's room. Let's get these installed. Okay, so this is the window we're doing next. Now I had problems with the last one. I'm hoping this one doesn't have the same issue. It doesn't. And my bloody glass has just fallen out though. There we go. Right. Just pop that glass back in. Same again, so what we're going to do is we're going to put some glue on each of these pins, and then we're going to take the front part of the sash and attach it. So I'll get that glued up and we'll get that done. So we have those glued. Now all we've got to do is take the front part of that window, which is this section here, and this should slot in a lot easier than the other ones. Yeah, there we go. Nice and easy. You'll feel that clip when you get it into the holes. And that's that one in place. That's that one done. Now let's put one in the Aristocats room. Okay, so here we go. I'll put this one in here. Same again. We are going to put drops of glue on these 4 tabs, and we're going to put the front one in place. So I'll get that glued up. I'm sorry for the excess noise, but the gerbil that lives in here, Zool, is drinking water and running on a wheel like a nutter. But let's get this glued up. Let's get this done. Okay, so that's glued nicely. These ones are nice and easy fits. So that's that one there. And then in like so. And that is that window in place. And that's all the windows for the Aristocats room done. Now we get to do the door. Very excited about this. Let's get the door built. Okay, so our window's now done. It's now time to move on to our door. This is very exciting because it's a different kind of door to the ones that we've done before. In that it's plastic. Now, if we like why they switched to plastic, well, the reason they switched to plastic is weight. So if you can reduce the weight in this thing as it goes up, so like the top floor of the house, 3rd floor, most of it is made of plastic because you have to start getting lighter, otherwise your floor will start to bow. So the doors downstairs are wooden because they will work as load bearing as well, whereas the doors upstairs are plastic, so you're not adding additional weight to the house, because that's what we don't want to do. We don't want a bowed floor. That's why they're plastic. So what we're going to do is we are going to assemble this door by gluing these 2 pieces together. Now, we've got to make sure these are the right way up. So this one, that's the right way up. So that's up. So these will go together like this. So that's how this one's going to go together. So we're going to pop a little glue on each of the tabs in here. I'm going to glue this door together. Okay, so super glued this one up. Now we need to marry the 2 pieces together. There we go. So we're going to do that. So now we have an assembled door. What we're going to do is we're going to let the super glue do its work. So let the super glue, oh, this is a gorgeous door. Look at that shimmer. It's gorgeous. We're going to let the super glue do its work. Allow it to set, and then we're going to add the additional features to this. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is install our door handles. So again, a little touch of glue on here and here to hold our door handles in place. Now using my Loctite power gel, pop a little on there, a little on there, and then we're going to pop this handle in place, and this is the way up this goes. There's one tab in. There we go. Nice and simple. Allow the glue to do its thing. Flip this one over, and we're going to put our other handle in there exactly the same way. So picking this one up, taking our handle there, a little spot of glue on each of these tabs. Little spot there, spot there. Turn this one over. We're going to line this one up. There we go. As you can see how our door handles now are. Let's get those pushed down firmly. That's how we're looking. So there is our door handles and our door complete. There is one more thing to do with this one. So there is a pediment. So this is the pediment. And this is our door frame. So our pediment is going to, so this is the way up the door frame goes. So our pediment is going to go at the top here. Now it's going to fit in here like so, but they want us to glue it in. So where is the glue going on this? On those tabs. Right, so these two tabs here, this tab here, and this tab here, they're asking us to a little glue on there. That's fine. So a little glue there, a little glue there. I'm going to take our pediment, I like that word. We're going to slot that in there like so. Push that right down. And there we have it. That's looking really rather lovely, isn't it? Now, very excitingly, let's install the door to the house. Okay, so to begin with, I've taken a piece of the pediment and inserted it into this side of the wall. So when we come around to this side, you'll see that's how we now are. Let's install the door. Okay, so taking our door, this is the mermaid side naturally, this is the Aristocat side. So what we're going to do is there are two little slots at the bottom here, you'll see them, and our door will fit in like so. So that's how we want our door. Now, we're going to glue again, like we did with the windows, but this time what we're going to do is we are going to glue all of these little pins. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All 10 of these pins are going to get glued, and then we're going to take this section and we're going to present that to that, and that's going to hold the door in place. Let's get that done. Okay, so that's glued. Let's present this piece to this piece, and hopefully this will all hold. This is definitely the right way up, isn't it? Let's make sure this is the right way up. Yes, so this is the right way up. Whoop, that door in. I want to make sure these two bond perfectly, so I'm going to open the door to make sure all these pins clip together. It's good that side, right? Not happy with that side. So if we can go that way. Yeah, not happy with that side at all. Right. There we are. So our door is, no, not happy with that. Not happy with that at all. Our door is not in. Okay. No, not happy with that. Look at that. That's terrible. Not happy with that one bit. All right, let's start again. Now we're happy. My door had slipped, so it wasn't where I wanted it to be. But that is now where we want it to be. So now our door opens, we can open that way, we can open that way. Now we're happy. So I'm happy with that. Doors in, windows are in. It's made an impact. It's looking good. I'm a happy bunny. Let's have a look round at the other side at this door. So on the mermaid side, that's a beautiful door, right? I'm liking this. That was a bit tough because, I mean, again, it slipped out the frame and it caused me a bit of problems. But, I mean, you can see from what I kept the camera rolling, so you can see exactly how we just put it right. We just wiggle it, adjust it, get it back in. Works fine now. So I'm happy with that. That's good. Door opens as it should. Happy, happy, happy Scott. There we go. Perfect. That's it. So we've got all of this in. Let's have a chat. So that's it. That's 74 complete, and that ends the month. It is bloody hot in here, I can tell you that. And the worst thing that's happened is I've got the window open because it's so hot. And the biggest moth that ever just mothed his way in here and is flying around. And I think he's moved into battle positions to make his final stand against me to claim this as his own. Honestly, I thought it was a bloody sparrow. That's how big this thing is. But that's it. So that's 74 done. And lovely it is too. Door was a little tricky. You saw up in mine, it slipped out of the runners. Then I couldn't close the door. But unfortunately, half it then glued. And thinking, oh, we've got a problem here. But a little bit of wiggling. You find the sweet spot. It pins in. Those pins are a bit of a nuisance, to be honest with you. It would have been easier if the pins had been on the part that we were applying. So if we could glue that part and apply it, that'd be a lot easier than the other way around we're doing it. But this is how they've chose to do this. Next month is massive. So we end next month with the staircase. So the third and final staircase will be going in next month. So I believe it's 78. We build the staircase for the Aristocats room up to Donald's room. And then we're done with that floor. So we're going to put in a lot of the finishing parts, essentially. So we're going to be building the Aristocats and Cinderella door. That's going to go in. All of the decor for the ornate paneling, which is very similar to Mickey Mouse's paneling, goes in Cinderella's room. The windows go in Cinderella's room. And then the staircase. The staircase is done as well. We then start to move on to the third floor. And the first room we're going to make, and we spend a long time on this room, is Peter Pan's room. Peter Pan's room is unique in that it's the only room that doesn't have an open wall. So all the other rooms in the house have an open wall where we can get in, with the exception of Pooh's basement, where we can get to it. Peter Pan's room doesn't have that. So when the front comes off, the top comes off Peter's room, and you can get in from the top, but there's no entrance from the side. So it makes a very unique, it's a very weird shape. We do there's a lot of plastic and gluing in that one. There's no wood. So all of the floors, the walls upstairs on the third floor are not wood, they're plastic. And it's like I said, it's weight. They have to reduce the weight. As this goes up, they have to reduce the weight. If they don't, the thing's going to bow and sag, and you don't want that. So all of the walls on the top floor are plastic. However, don't panic about that, because we are going to coat them in a wood paneling. So you're still going to have that wooden effect all over it. It just reduces the weight. So Peter Pan's room is quite unique in how it's built. It's a very odd one. But you will start to get your first taste of the outside paneling, because we are, believe it or not, nearly done with the actual interior and structure of the house. We spend a very long time making the outside of the house look pretty. So we spend a really long time putting paneling on, roofing, all of the alcoves, the outside windows. So those windows that you're putting in at the moment, they're not done. So all those windows we put in downstairs, the windows we just put upstairs, are not done, because they have very ornate green. They are very ornate pieces that will also clip to them as well, which give you further support to your windows. So if your window's a little wobbly, don't worry about that. You're going to coat all the outside of the house in almost like a planking. It's like wood. And then another ornate piece is going to attach to those two tabs outside, and it's going to hold it even further. So that's what's going to happen to all of those windows, and that happens all the way around the house. So there is no blank wood at the back of the house. The back of the house gets done as well. So every single aspect of this is done. Then we're going to build up the base as well. So there is no base this sits on. We build out from it. So there are bits that attach to the bottom and make a base for it. It's going to look beautiful, and we are heading towards the end now. So we have, at 74, we've got 46 issues left to go. That's it. Which really isn't many. So come Christmas, we will be around about the 100 mark, and we only have 20 left to go. So we're getting there. We really are. Exciting times ahead. Next month, this house is going to grow significantly, and I'm not joking. Over the next 3 packs, this thing flies, absolutely flies. So over the next 3 months, pretty much the entire structure is built. So July, August, September, we are pretty much built. So floor 3 will be in, all the windows will be in, all the structure will be done, and we are going to begin the very long and arduous task of building the roof, building the tower, and making this thing actually look pretty from the outside. Because right now we've got a lot of raw wood going on. That's going to change. It's going to look really pretty soon, very soon. That's all from me. If you haven't yet, please remember to like and subscribe. It's very much appreciated. I've got to get out of here before Mothra kills me. So in a world where you can be anything at all, just be nice. Don't be like my moth friend who I think I'll tell you how big he is. I threw a ball of socks at him. He caught it, threw it back at me. That's how big this moth is. Right. I'm going to go pull the moth kills me. If it doesn't, I'll be back next month with 75 to 78. But loads more stuff coming up on the channel. So we've got some fun wooden builds coming up on the channel. We've got some book notes coming up on the channel. We have the Dark Knight Tumbler. We have the Infinity Gauntlet. We also have the Titanic and our weekly catch-up. If you're not swinging by for the weekly catch-up, swing by for the weekly catch-up because we do talk about the Disney Doll's House on there as well. If you watch the weekly catch-up, you've already heard about the case I talked about at the beginning of this one. That's some of the good stuff you might be missing out on. So swing by and check us out. As I said, please remember to both like and subscribe. Helps the channel massively. We appreciate all your support. We really do. We just love having you along for the ride. Once more, with feeling, in a world where you can be anything at all, just be nice. And I will catch you very, very soon for more from the Disney Doll's House. I will see you then.